Okej. Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć, sześć, siedem, 8 i 9. Teraz tak, tutaj moi mili. Nie to, cofnij to. Proszę już mi nie jęczeć. Główna, szukaj Karlik z gamingu gotowy. Do startu start, lecimy. Chodź tu gamepadzie. Wziąłbym z tego kurwa drogi jest jak cholera. Ale to może kiedyś. Dobra, lecimy. Dobra, co my tu mamy? To jest zadanie, to jest główny wątek. Ja bym chciał raczej postępy w głównym zadaniu. To na razie nie, ale mamy tutaj zadanie poboczne. Dlatego to będziemy na razie robić. Wątków pobocznych. Tylko potem będę musiał. Tylko potem będę musiał coś zrobić i tyle. Na innym tym będzie tańszy. Jeszcze wątpię. Tu męczę, nie mam tej drugiej już magii. O, przecież. A. Tak to miało być, o. O to chodzi. Dobra. Teraz jest tak jak powinno być. Miałem skopane po prostu.
Hello, Captain.
Your Excellency, what can I do for you?
Governor Burren has asked me to help you fight against the caravan.
Okej, muszę
Can you tell
pranie
me precisely what's going on?
oddać.
For weeks we have been harassed
Za
by the
chwilę.
savages. They're waiting for groups of soldiers or caravans to be out of sight of the outpost and attack with incredible violence. They don't just steal goods or equipment. They kill without mercy. Only one man survived their last attack. He's here in a sorry state.
Do you think he could answer a few questions?
Yes, but take it easy on him.
I'll make sure I do, Captain.
Dobra, czekajcie. Idę pranie wyciągnąć. Let's to go. Uff. Jestem już. Czy ja w ogóle... Czekajcie. Chyba, no nie. Nieźle, nieźle. Już czekajcie. Teraz jestem zajebiście ustawiony. Okej, jest. O kurwa, czemu?
Hello there. My name is Dostaye. I'm the legate of the congregation. I was informed that your caravan was looted and that you were the sole survivor of the attack.
It's true, Your Excellency. It was awful. All those deaths. The violence. We followed the recommended precautions to the letter, but it was useless.
You mentioned recommended precautions.
Yes. Since attacks occur often, we were given a number of precautions to avoid them. Do not travel at certain times. Do not camp near the road. Do not light any fires. All of it was useless. It would have been better to recruit guards to escort us.
What were you transporting?
Mostly food, but also herbs and other ingredients for scientists.
Did the attackers take it?
Everything was a blur. I don't know if they intended to steal or destroy it. Unfortunately, my companions died while trying to protect our cargo.
Are you saying that the looters started by attacking your cargo?
Yes, Your Excellency. Maybe more of us would have survived if we'd all fled.
Were there several attackers?
I counted 5, maybe 6. But others were hiding in the woods. I'm sure of it. If they only had their usual stone weapons, we may have hoped to escape them. But their weapons were inflamed. I have never been so scared in my life.
How did the attack happen?
We
Cześć
traveled all
Martiniacz.
day. We were exhausted, and night was approaching. We knew we were not very far from the outpost, but we couldn't go any further. So we camped away from the road, trying to stay out of sight. Alas, it was in vain. That's when they struck, in the middle of the night.
Based on what you're saying, the attacks were very targeted. They must have a camp near the outpost to monitor the road.
But what is their goal? Why attack all the caravans along this route?
They must want to cut off the supply lines to Hikmet. We'll go to the scene of the attack. I might find something there to help track these rebels.
Super, i teraz tam. Ławka, a dziękuję, dziękuję. Jak zwykle zresztą. Super. Czekaj, gdzie to się idzie? Rozwiązujemy jakiś problem z karawaną. Masz jakąś ulubioną grę? Ja? Albo ja wiem. W sumie to chyba nie. Ja raczej... Znaczy ja mam...
Was some distance from the road when it was attacked.
Bardziej mam... kategorie gier typu, że na przykład RPG przygodowe, jakieś tam wyścigi. No, nie lubię na przykład strzelanek czy czegoś takiego, to nie. Ale no, coś takiego, nie? Mam, ale jako ulubiony tytuł gry to nie bardzo. To gram jak leci.
Here we are. Stay alert.
Co my tu mamy?
The food has been destroyed. They clearly don't need it,
Rozumiem.
which means that their camp should be close by.
Ta gra na przykład też jest fajna, mi się podoba. Takie coś.
They must have died protecting their goods.
Dlatego zamierzam grać właśnie w takie coś jak Forza Motorsport, jak The Crew, Motorfest, Need for Speedy gram, nie? Tak jak Unbound grałem. Co tam jeszcze? Test Drive Unlimited, czy jak się tam będzie nazywał w 24. Assassin's Creed Mirage, Starfield. O, Starfield może też być fajny, ale jeszcze do Starfielda nie jestem przekonany, ale sprawdzimy. No, takie coś, nie?
These goods were not meant to reach their destination. They acted quickly, methodically, and then left. Where are the bodies? Let's look around. A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
O ty! Ale mnie bije teraz. Wow. O, a ja chyba jednej rzeczy nie zrobiłem. I mi komputer zaś grzeje jak nasrany. Czekajcie. Zaś o tym zapomniałem. Cholerstwie, no. Dajcie mi chwilę. Bo zaś zapomniałem. Cholera jasna. Zaawansowane i 60 Hz. Teraz ja wiadomo, no ta zastosuj, bo chodzi o to, że w tej grze nie wiem czemu nie da się ogranicznika klatek włączyć i muszę przez monitor, bo synchronizacja pionowa mam włączoną i muszę monitorem ustawiać sobie na 60 Hz, bo inaczej się nie da. Wiem, to trochę powalone, żeby w grach nie było ogranicznika FPS-ów wbudowanego normalnie w samą kurde grę, ale no to jest jakaś, ja nie wiem. Tu musimy czegoś szukać, tak? Tu w tych okolicach. Ja nie mam. Ja to gów. What the fuck? Jak mi przestraszył. Ja pierdzielę. Nisko se ogarnijmy. Pokażcie mi w ogóle, czy to... Już za chwilę. Czekajcie. Na przykład teraz zarobiłem. Zbieram kasę więcej na metnika. Palne, tam trzeba mieć gruby portfel. Pogram obecnie na... Aha. No, ja się tam nie znam. Na tych, tylko... Co ja chciałem? Ja chciałem zadania... O... Zaproponuj misję misję kurta. Jezus, ile tego tu jest. Aha. No dobra, mniejsza o to. Szukaj obszar, aby znaleźć.
Why was this man's body arranged like that? There's something in his pocket. Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! If you want to cast more spells. Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Move away. Things are about to get dark.
Dobra. Globalny stoi 14 lat i będzie stał długo. Okej. Spoko, ziomuś. Okej. Okej, co my tu mamy? Niedokończony list kupca do rodziny. Obawiam się, że ta podróż będzie moją ostatnią. Będziemy bardzo ostrożni co wieczór. Jedliśmy nawet zimne jedzenie, ponieważ palone ognisko rozpalenie ogniska było zbyt niebezpieczne, a jednak czuję się tak, jakbyśmy byli obserwowani. Obawiam się, że w każdej chwili mogą nas zaatakować.
He was in the caravan, but whoever attacked him decided to drag him here and feed him to the wild beasts.
A message for other merchants, no doubt. One must admit, it's an effective deterrent.
To jest moje hobby. Spoko, no każdy ma swoje, wiesz. Ja tam nic nie mówię złego, ani nic. O, tu jest drabina.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Wow. Oni gruby damage dają. Jezus, jaki niezły damage jest z tego. Co to za ludzi, co to było w ogóle? Ja pierdzielę. No. Dobra tam, kurde. Jakoś tam. Ile to ten cały metin. Troszkę. Dobra, czekajcie, co my tu mamy? Gdzieś tu? Nie. Kto tam coś do mnie spamuje? Spoko, Metinie. Kurde, ona też by się mogła odpuścić z tym pisaniem. Ja pierdzielę.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Ja. Jezus, co to za jakieś dziwne stworzenia. Masakra. Ta laska to też. To mi no pisze i pisze wszystko.
This obstacle was deliberately placed here. I think we're on the right track. Their camp must be nearby. We must find a way to pass. To my help!
O, grubo.
Finally, here's the camp of the rebel natives.
Let's try talking to them before rushing in. They must have good reason to only attack the caravans that supply hikmet.
Hello. Don't worry. I come in peace.
O Boże.
I only wish to speak to your leader.
Grałem.
I'm the leader of this camp, Renaikse.
Grałem jak było.
And who might you be?
Dograliśmy w
My name is
Worda.
Dostaye. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
The congregation.
Grałem też w FIFA World. No, grałem.
It's possible, yes. We live in the city south of the island.
That's right. We hold no grudge against your people. Talk. I'm listening.
I've come to speak to you about your attacks against all those who take the road to Hikmet.
The lions only got what they deserve. They have captured many of our people. We must release them.
That's the price of war. If you fight, you risk men being taken prisoner.
I'm not talking about warriors, Renaikse, but villagers kidnapped in our villages. They mainly attack on all Menawi, those carrying the mark of the bond like you. They capture them, and we never see them again.
To jest
We don't
elfka?
know what they are doing to them, but
Wygląda
they
jak
are
elfka, bo
told
ma
to
spiczaste
release them.
uszy.
I see. But our merchants have no role in this. They are not warriors. So why kill them?
They brought food and weapons back to our enemies. We could not let them pass. If your merchants had fled, we would not have pursued them. But they resisted, so they died. The city of lions is no longer to receive food or weapons. Nothing.
In that case, I'm sorry to tell you that you've failed. The road is not the only way to transport goods. Many things are transported by sea.
Listen, if what you told me is true, I fully understand why you're fighting. I'm even ready to help you clear up these disappearances, as long as you spare our merchants.
You no longer need to worry about it. That was our last attack. Our troops are ready, and soon we will make the lion pay for the harm it has brought upon us.
What are you talking about?
Soon, the Donea Extraga will march together, and we will free our brothers.
Can you guarantee that our merchants will now be able to take this road without risking their lives?
I always keep to my word. The time for small attacks is over. Now is the time of war.
I'm afraid you're heading straight into a massacre. But since you promised me that our caravans will be spared, I have fulfilled my mission.
Go in peace. We should prepare ourselves.
O kurde. Idź w pokoju, musimy się przygotować.
I hope I will not regret letting them go. They are so full of hatred for the Alliance.
You've heard what their leader said. They will do anything to free their own. And if they are actually ready for a pitched battle, there will be piles of corpses.
I have to admit that the story of this attack is concerning. We should talk to Captain Reinhardt. We can also inform him that the convoys will now be running smoothly.
O ty! Nie! Jezu. Za pojedynek. Masakryczny jakiś. No, chyba tu musimy iść. Też to jest dosyć dziwne. Nie no, kurwa. Dziwne to. Tu. Nie? Tutaj jakoś co? Dziwne to jest.
I need a bit of practice.
Spinanie się poziom 3. No ja muszę najpierw dowiedzieć się, gdzie mam iść. No bo jak na razie to jesteśmy w dupie. Nie da się tam przejść. Dziwna droga. Zobaczymy, tu może się da. Może jakoś tędy. Idziemy. Na bank.
Hello, Captain.
Your Excellency, what can I do for you?
I managed to trace the rebels who attacked the caravans. They will no longer be a problem.
You eliminated them.
No, that's not necessary. But you must know that this group is part of a much bigger army. An army that is ready to go to war against Higmet.
We have been at war with the rebels for a long time.
They did not speak of skirmishes, but of a pitched battle. They want to free their imprisoned comrades and will stop at nothing to do so.
This is terrible news. We must prepare the troops immediately. I'll send a message to Governor Buran. Thank you for warning us, Your Excellency. You've given us a chance to resist their assault. I know it's not much, but I hope you'll accept this as a token of gratitude.
Thank you, Captain.
Dobra. Umiejętności 1. Zero i 0. Okej, czyli mamy tylko tu umiejętnościach. A czy tutaj jest coś związanego z łapki, broń? Co to kupimy? To nas nie obchodzi.
Dostaje, I'd like to know more about my family. I need to know what became of them. Could you accompany me to see Lady Morange? I'm afraid that without you, she may refuse to give me any information.
All right, Vasco. Let's go see Lady Lorraine Morange.
No, to lecimy. I wątek główny czeka dalej, no trudno, no robimy misje poboczne, nie ma to tamto. Jak już przechodzić grę, to przechodzimy ją, wiecie. Gdzie my się to mamy udać teraz? Tutaj. Rezydencja chyba Desada. A nie. Tak jest.
Good day, dear sir. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
What can you tell me about the relations we have with other nations?
We play a difficult role, caught between these two enemy nations.
Po z nim nie
who are
gadałem.
nonetheless our allies. The smallest action could tip the balance and draw us into their conflict. If I may offer some advice, be very careful. We do not want a war to break out here.
You seem interested in the islanders.
As a matter of fact, I find their culture fascinating, but I can't say I know much about them. They are quite secretive and protect their cult and traditions from the curiosity of strangers. I know that their sages, they call them Donegada, are the guardians of their rituals as well as of the island. They have very strong links with nature and the creatures that inhabit it. They're also good healers. I could talk about them for hours, but you will learn more from the islanders themselves.
What do you know about this island?
Much less than I would like. The land is still wild and extremely rich. Its soils are full of minerals, some of which are unknown to us. With regard to the flora and fauna, you've probably seen how different the creatures and plants are here. The islanders protect their land fiercely, and we cannot begrudge them that. When you see what we have done with our own, well, such a source of richness attracts greed.
What can you tell me about New Serene?
It's a new city whose construction began not long ago. When I arrived 5 years ago, there was just a port, a fence, and some huts here. The businesses, the barracks of the guard, the palace, and all of the houses sort of sprung up from the ground. To see how impressive it is today, even if it is still far from its majestic mother, is incredible. Of course, with such expanse, all kinds of bandits, drunkards, and other lowlife have arrived. But I'm very proud of it, in spite of everything. I hope that your cousin continues this work.
We would like to have some information regarding an important family.
Cześć,
the
Paula.
Darcys.
Well, I could tell you many things about them, but I suppose you want to know
Paula.
something in particular?
Are there any members of this family on the island?
O Boże.
Indeed, Bastien Darcy, the son of the family, has been around for some time. Last I heard about it,
Ciepło.
he was doing business. But
Ale damy radę.
knowing where he is. The Darcys' first attempt at establishing themselves on this island wasn't very fruitful, but I seem to recall that since then the son has found a competent associate who's been working here for a long time.
Perfect. Could you tell us where to find her?
Of course. Ask for a Madame Clerc near the warehouses on the port. That's where she normally is. I hope the Darcys are not in trouble.
Don't worry, madam. Their name was simply mentioned in some business discussions. We are thinking about becoming associates. We would like to know more about them to form an opinion.
If you ask me, you should forget this idea, Your Excellency. Their son is a poor business partner.
Why do you say that?
I do not mean to speak ill of him. Perhaps it would be better for you to form your own opinion.
Well,
Na
thank you for
dzisiaj
your
ma
help.
być 32
Can I help
stopnie,
you with any
jutro
other matter?
33. No wiesz, ja
My lady, I have to go.
do
Goodbye.
basenu pójdę po obiedzie, więc czy pewnie też z Dawidowskim, więc no. A właśnie. Ale to potem wam powiem. Idziemy się smażyć. Cia.
Good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style?
help you? Are you here to do business?
Are you Madam Clerk?
We would like to meet with your associate, Mr. Darcy.
Bastian? I don't know where he is. I can't say that he often graces us with his presence.
You don't have the slightest idea where
Mnie jeszcze komputer do tego teraz grzeje, bo ta gra jest potężna.
Listen, my relationship with my associate is no one else's concern.
No,
And if you didn't come
dobrze,
to
że nie
business-
masz tego, co dziewczyny mają. Coraz częściej.
We must find him. This man you can see by my side is his brother.
Do not insult my intelligence. I know that the Darcys only have one son, alas.
You can see the Naught tattoos on his face, can't you? And a merchant like you must surely know about the Naught's recruiting process.
Zobaczę, mam.
I can see he's a Naught, but a Darcy. And with all this blue on his face...
Niepowodzenie, cholera. No to nie dasz się ze mną.
I've got a hunch that your associates
Dobra,
will
masz.
have more problems than benefits. What would you say if I offered you some gold to compensate for your losses?
A mój teraz... Mój teraz grzeje, bo ja mam tą grę odpaloną. Jeszcze streama w tle. A wiesz, jak moja karta ma 70 stopni cały czas na grach, to...
You'll find him in the Alchemist District. I'll write this down.
You think something may have happened to him there?
His mission wasn't very complicated. He had to pay for a valuable shipment and take charge of it. With Bastian, anything is possible.
Thank you, madam.
Co za wredota, no. Niepowodzeniem się zakończyło i dupa. Wiem, moja maksymalnie w grach ma... Na tym się kończy. No. Ja bym... Kurwa, nie wiem, czy może se kupię. Zobaczymy. Dobra, gdzie to mamy iść teraz? A tu. Dobra. Pyk, pyk. 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 Ale dziadek gadał, że nie słychać nawet tego komputera, jak grafika tam się chłodzi, to jest dobrze. Teraz jest tak, no bo jest też kurde ciepło, no. Tutaj mam to w ogóle, no 72 stopnie mam na karcie. A wiatraki obracają się 1744 na minutę. I oczywiście wiram cały wchłonięty, kurde, przez tą grę. Stawę 8 giga. To bo... Tylko ma to, bo żarcie gotowi przyszło iść. A, spoko. Żarcie i żwirek dla kotka. Miał, miał. Kotowi. Kot. Dlatego kotka. Miauczący kot. Czyli teraz tu coś musi być.
Greetings.
Greetings. O, tu jest wejściówka. Let's go. I do góry.
Hello, sir. Is this the house of the man called Farad?
It is I. What can I do for you?
We're searching for Mr. Darcy. He was supposed to come here to do business.
Yes. Yes, he did come here, but I don't know where he is. To be honest, our exchange did not exactly go as planned. And if you are his associate or a member of his family, know that you
35
owe
kilo.
me a large sum of money.
How so?
Well, this Darcy fellow came here to take the shipment,
kurde,
and he was
co ono
supposed
tu
to deliver
robi?
me a promissory note.
He's never
Komputer.
arrived, I imagine. How could you let him leave with your merchandise without payment?
Well, he's the son of a very well-known family. I did not deem it necessary to try and obtain more guarantees.
What if something happened to him?
Why should that
Co ten
concern
komputer
me? I'm not his
odwala?
brother.
Czemu ta
He
myszka
owes
się
me
tu
money,
pojawia
and
co
I do
chwilę?
not have the slightest idea of where he might be.
I suspect that you're not telling us everything.
Oh, come on. If you have not come to
Duk,
repay his debt,
duf.
leave me
Ha.
alone so I can work in peace.
O, bo tego pewnie dużo masz. Nie wiem ile tego żarcia możesz mieć, ale...
Greetings. If you have come to do business, head upstairs, if there's any business left to do.
Why'd you say that?
They haven't been paying me, and I've had to work with cheap ingredients for weeks.
What do you do here exactly?
I create and prepare complex potions. Not simple health potions, but far more subtle things.
And if I'm
Zaś
not
się pojawi ta
mistaken,
strzałka,
things are
co
not
on
going
to
the way you
odwala?
want them to.
The boss has always been...
Mi się myszka sama ruszała,
Ever
nie?
since he got ripped off, it has been a living hell. I work using leftovers, thrown
Nie, to
away
sobie
by
przesunę
all
na krawędź ekranu, to jej w ogóle widać nie będzie, pieprzycie. Znaczy wy jej nie widzicie, bo...
This is no way to live.
Chociaż może ją widać na streamie, ja nie wiem w sumie.
Have you heard of a man called Bastian Darcy?
Nie, widać ją, cholera, pojawia się
His
tam.
name is the only thing my boss
Za
talks about.
gówno.
Apparently, he did not pay for one of our shipments and still left with the goods.
Kurza mnie to.
And now my boss
Ja
makes
się
me
nie...
work twice as much to compensate for his losses. With
Spidermanem
ingredients I wouldn't
wczoraj
even feed to a pig.
podczas
And what did your boss do?
bicia się
Well, he spent every
postać
waking hour
mi się
cursing his
ścięła
name.
i koniec
That's how I
dopiero
learned
padł.
about it.
Się odblokowała. O, widzisz. Jakie to smutne.
How can a brilliant, conscientious alchemist keep working here?
Ale już może będziesz miała, jak ci się uda, to będziesz miała szybko tego kompa.
So why continue
Jak ci to...
protecting your employer?
This position may not be the most rewarding these days.
Kurde, co za ludzie.
We'll leave you to your work.
How kind of you.
Sam muszę se poszukać. O, ty szmato. Aha, haha. List do jednego ze znajomych. Jestem głęboko zasmucony, słysząc o trudnościach, jakie napotykasz w związku z im. Chłopak jest chciwego, niestety. Sprawę, że to od jego rodziny. Zmudensko. Długo. On też.
I told you everything I know. I must go back to work now.
again. I already told you that I do not know where the man you're searching for is.
You may not know where he is, but you did everything you could to find him, didn't you?
What do you mean?
Does this document ring a bell? You hired some debt collectors to find Mr. Darcy.
Tak cię
How
też
dare
dobrze.
you rummage through my belongings?
You could have taken legal action and retrieved what you were owed, but you sent some killers instead.
I doubt the governor would approve. Do you want us to tell him about it?
No. But please understand me. The Darcy family is on the continent. It would take months for them to reply to my complaint. What other solution was there? My shop will not survive this.
Tell us who these debt collectors are and we'll take care of it.
They loiter in an alleyway of ill repute, not far
Ja
from
zaraz
here.
wrócę.
Besides,
Spoko.
That's what I feared. Probably a bunch of cutthroats.
Ja i tak za pół godziny na obiad idę niecałe,
if he
więc...
survives, remind him of what he owes me.
Czy tu się da? O Jezus, dup. Co tu jest? Bez sensu, a żem się przestraszył. Sam się tego przestraszyłem, cholera. Devil w ogóle. Moment, bo... 30 metrów. Nie umiesz normalnie. Patera mówisz.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. The best potions and the most efficient concoctions. All of Alsard's talent put into one.
Have mercy! Have mercy! I will repay everything, I swear. This is nothing but a horrible misunderstanding. My family is very rich. They will give you everything you want.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. The best potions and the most efficient concoctions. All of Alsard's talent put into one.
Nie wiem w sumie. Jak się tam dostać? Kurwa, jak ja się...
Fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. The best potions and the most efficient concoctions. All of Alsard's
misunderstanding. My family is very rich. They will give you everything you want. Please.
Hey, you! Leave this man alone!
What do you want? No one asked you for your opinion, so get lost.
Maybe he's friends with the weakling.
Maybe. In any case, it seems like he wants to share his fate.
Tyle samo jaki Bóg.
I fought uglier people than you.
Vasco, let me try to take care of this. How much money are we talking about? You're here to collect a debt, right?
Between what he owes our client and our commission, it's a hefty sum. But if you want to pay in his stead, my lord, please do.
O,
I don't think you realize who you are dealing with, so let me introduce myself. My name is Desarde. I am the legate of the congregation, and I am here to save the life of one of our citizens. If you do not deliver him to me immediately, I will have no choice but to inform the governor.
And you'll end up rotting in jail in no time.
What a bunch of jokers. I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah. Should we show them that we're not here to joke around?
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Things are about to get dicey.
Come and taste this. Take a potion if you want to cast more spells.
Things are about to get dicey.
Let's see if you can ward off this feint.
Thank you for your intervention. I thought these brutes would kill me.
Don't mention it. It's only natural.
But how did you end up in such a situation?
Oh, I'm certain someone like you, who belongs to high society, will understand. There is a game table here that is attended by the best of the aristocracy. I lost the money I owed to that merchant while playing there. And since I got out with a few other debts, I had to leave the merchandise as repayment as well. But that's a mere trifle that my father would have paid for without
nie
thinking
damy
twice.
się.
I never would have thought that someone would send these types of brutes after me. What a lack of tact. In any case, I am extremely grateful to you. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
My name is Captain Vasco. Naught and sea given. It was a pleasure, sir.
Greenblood, my friend. Do you need something?
I must leave you.
Desarde, can I do anything for you?
How did you become a Nord?
I think I took.
I must leave you.
Thank you, Desarde.
My pleasure. But why didn't you tell him who you were?
But I did tell him. I resented everyone, and you even more, for the life I didn't get to live. You had it all, everything I thought I was entitled to. But after seeing Bastion, I realized that in the end, I was exactly who I wanted to be. A naught, and a proud one at that.
I'm glad to hear it. No more regrets?
No more regrets. And I certainly don't regret not being called Leandra Darcy.
kurde.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. The best. Greetings. I have wheels. I was honored by your visit. Please, come back whenever you want. Greetings. I was honored by your visit. Greetings. What can I serve? I was honored by your visit.
Dobra.
Please come back whenever you want.
Come closer. All my wares are in the vanguard of trade.
My dear cousin, come closer and tell me what brings you. I've been to the neighboring cities as you asked of me. Tell me then, is your journey adventurous? Well, I was able to gain audience with the governors, give them your regards, and glean some information.
I would not have allowed anything bad to happen to him, Your Highness.
Oh, it's just us here, Kurt. Why not continue to call me by my given name? Carry on with your story, cousin. I'm impatient to know what secrets our illustrious neighbors have discovered.
The Bridge Alliance believes that a remedy could possibly be found by studying the local flora. They are quite motivated, but their research expedition has gone missing and there is no sign of life. And since they themselves are under constant attack, they cannot spare a rescue party to investigate. The Mother Cardinal, in her opinion, believes the Malachor to be a result of a curse.
A curse cast by a demon. An evil creature worshipped by a cult of island natives. If you would allow me to second the request of our Mother Cardinal, we are in dire need of help. Our inquisitors are hardly diplomats and... But I should let you finish, my son.
They have started their investigations in a village where strange events have been taking place, but they're unable to get to the bottom of it. The population keeps its secrets, and Thélème hopes that we might help them learn more about the cult.
This is all extremely interesting. You have lived up to my expectations, as always. That said, we find ourselves between the rock and the hard place. The bridge is already in open conflict with the island natives. Thélème and their inquisitors... We're going to have to tread on eggshells, but let's follow all the clues to their mysteries. We need to help them continue their investigations. Perhaps one will lead us to something useful. I don't have a lot of men, as well you know, and since I only trust you among them, take Kurt and any others that seem useful. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
If you would allow me, Your Highness, I would be honored to assist your cousin on his investigation.
Very well then. You could start by indicating the precise location of your nasty village.
Of course, Your Highness. I should have thought of that sooner. Allow me to mark the location on your map, my son.
Thank you. Have no fear, Constantine. I will take care of all matters at hand.
I've been thinking about this story of the ruins, about the secret of my father. I want to discover what he is hiding. This question also concerns you. You look too much like a native for that to be a coincidence. Since we cannot bombard my father with questions, others here must give us the answers we require. The congregation, even in the past, could not have made it to this island without help.
Grube rzeczy się w dzienniku teraz porobiły.
But I assure you that I know nothing of this story.
You are perhaps simply not aware, but your admiral stationed at the captainry surely is. Go and find her, cousin. Try to learn the final chapter of this story.
Very well.
Anything else?
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
Dobra. Teraz tak, mamy umiejętności, mamy... Tu nie mamy nic. No dobra. Co robimy teraz? Mexico. Uwaga, mamy zadania główne. Dużo zadań głównych, okej. Rozmawiaj z Kurtem. Pasko.
Blood, my friend. My contacts have spoken. I was able to discover the location of this infamous Phantom training camp.
Do you still think they should be held accountable?
more than ever.
O Boże, Paulo.
You know that I recruited
Dzwonił
Rayner.
tam ojciec
I wanna
i
know what
niestety
kind
mi
of
się nie...
hornet's nest I led him
Nie
into.
to
I wanna know
dofinansowanie
what these
mogą
madmen did. But I fear if I go alone, I
rodzice
might not be
mają
able to
ze
control
słuchem i
myself,
oczami,
and
więc
I won't learn anything. I need the
totalna
help of my
muszę
best student.
oszczędzać czym... A, to lipa. Oho, okej.
How can I refuse such a request?
Ale lipa, no to faktycznie.
Let's go.
No to dupa. To dupa, no to faktycznie. To faktycznie dupa jest, no. Może ja muszę na obiad zaraz lecieć. Tylko sobie coś sprawdzę. Ej, to lipa totalna troszkę, no. To jest do dupy. No ty właśnie z oczami nie masz, ani ze słuchem nie masz. Patryk też ma chyba z oczami, no. Ma ono w leczeniu. No, ciekawa sprawa. O, ciekawe ile to kosztuje. Tyle samo. Kosztuje. A na... Będzie tyle samo jest. Chyba odwołam się od... Pójdę w ogóle, bo 8000 drogą nie chodzi, jedynie na twoją imprezę wedę. U mnie to nawet nie trzeba będzie za dużo kasy wydawać, także spoko, my już karkówkę załatwiamy, bo dzisiaj jest promocja w Biedronce i każdy wyczepuje na kartę Biedronki tą karkówkę za 9 zł, więc Dawid weźmie na moją i na swoją kartę tą karkówkę i poleci z koksem, nie? Jakby jeszcze u Patrosa się wylosowało, bo to jest 100%, bo to jest ustawione, to jeszcze jakby Patros dał numer, no to wtedy by było w ogóle, nie? A to jest po 4 kilo, czyli 4 opakowania, bo one są kilogramowe, no to byś miała 8 kilo, no to jeszcze jakbyśmy chcieli od Patryka, to już by było jeszcze więcej. Masakra. Ekspert. A wszędzie jest tak samo. No tu w ogóle go nie ma chyba. Jedynie na twoją... Dobra, nie ma. Na razie trzeba czekać, trudno. Dobra, ja idę na obiad. Powiem tyle, jak miałaś na starym numerze, to musisz sobie nową wyrobić. Musisz poprosić przy kasie o nową niezarejestrowaną i zarejestrować, bo ja kiedyś też miałem z fikcyjnym numerem, to się nic nie dało zrobić, ani Dawid nie mógł, nawet na infolinii nie dali rady pomóc. Powiedzieli mi, że muszę nową kartę wyrobić, to mi Dawid przyniósł normalnie kartę z Biedronki, nową. I tym musiałem nową całą załatwiać. A tak. No, nową być musiała. Bo ja ja tak miałem. Idę jeszcze tam okna odtegować i czekajcie. Jeszcze. Dobra. Hop. Jeszcze coś pisała, czy nikogo nie? Nie, nic, dobra. To ZW. Lecimy z kokosem. Hello. Co durny pad. Teraz. Co to? Nie, moment. Dobra, poboczny. Dobra. Dobrze jest. Psst. O Boże. Picie chciało i się napiłem i teraz odbija mnie. Mam zajmować. Dobra, co my tu mamy? Tyk. Która mamy go ten. Okej, ludzik. Sakra. Po co ja się z nimi napieprzeć? Spadają. Boże, tu jest coś. Tu jest jakieś... Coś nie pasuje. Sposób przyłuku. O, też może was kopomóc. Ona co nie będzie miała. Muszę zobaczyć po tym. Kurwa. No dziwne. 200 metrów. Spadać ode mnie. Nie mam czasu. Kurde, gdzie to może być?
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Ktoś tu musi być. Metrów. Jaka to może być? Nie, nie przejść jakoś. Tu było to, my oddalili się. Ale to... Kaj to jest? Tu. Jezus. O Boże, ciężko to było zrobić.
Rolf, you're the leader of this camp.
Do you two know each other?
We train together. We haven't seen each other in a long time. A very long time.
The world of warriors is very small, Kurt. What brings you here, my old comrade? And who are these people with you? They're not one of us.
My name is Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Captain Vasco. No need to comment about our distance from the sea. I know.
These people sure are important. So, what are you doing here?
I've heard things about this place. About this very special camp.
And we wanted to see what it was all about with our own eyes.
That's very nice of you, but visitors aren't welcome in this camp. What goes on here is only the guards' business.
Does the same apply to me?
Listen, Kurt. I can give you and your friends some answers, but only because it's you. Anyway, knowing you as well as I do, I'm aware I'm not going to get rid of you that easily. So, what would you like to know?
Will you tell us about your training?
That's a sensitive topic. Most exercises take place in the field to get the men used to it. The natives' knowledge of the environment gives them as much of an advantage as their magic. But if you want to know more, you should ask my lieutenant instructors.
This is a huge camp for such a secret location. How is it organized?
The main building is reserved for officers and the wounded. The front and rear of the camp are dedicated to combat training. But most exercises take place outside.
Impressive. And how do you manage recruitment?
Only the best come here. Those who have combat experience. Once they arrive, they're separated into 2 squadrons, each led and trained by a lieutenant. But you already know all of this, Kurt. It must bring back memories.
Yes.
What is it you do here? And why is this place kept secret? Even from your comrades in the guard?
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face them. That's what we're doing here. Our role is sensitive, and our location obviously cannot be revealed to the whole island.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be particularly interested in soldiers like these. And yet I'd never heard of this elite squadron.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush things. And our leaders demand secrecy. Orders are orders.
What is it you do here? And why is this place kept secret? even from your comrades in the guard.
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face them. That's what we're doing here. Our role is sensitive, and our location obviously cannot be revealed to the whole island.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be particularly interested in soldiers like these. And yet I've never heard of this elite squadron.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush things. And our leaders demand secrecy. Orders are orders.
Actually, we found out about this camp while we were looking for someone.
A kid I recruited. Rainer.
Oh. I didn't know he was one of yours. My condolences. I was told he died in an accident in the harbor.
Don't insult my intelligence, Rolf.
All right. Since you're here, I guess there's no point in lying to you anymore. The accident occurred during a maneuver. It's regrettable that these things happen, you know?
We've taken up enough of your time, Captain.
I agree, and I have things to do.
I'd like to question your lieutenant instructors, if you don't mind. To ask them about Rainer.
You've become a real sap. Fine. But try not to disrupt the day's schedule too much. Goodbye.
I'm sorry. I couldn't contain my anger.
I noticed. Good thing you know this captain so well. I don't think he would have let...
Lieutenant!
Respectfully, Captain.
Here is my friend, the legate of the merchant congregation. He would like to ask you a few questions.
At your orders. I'm listening, sires.
How do the various squadrons in this camp differ from one another?
The recruits I train are intended to carry out more subtle actions.
Really? What kind?
I teach them how to blend into the background, understand customs, observe, and know when to strike.
That's strange. These skills are normally associated with assassins, rather than soldiers.
These skills are always useful, regardless of the enemy or the setting.
What kind of training do your men undergo?
I can't go into details, but they learn discipline, and to outdo themselves.
You mean to blindly follow orders? Even to their death?
But No, Captain. We also teach them to analyze situations, so that they know when to act to avoid risking their lives.
How did you become an instructor in this camp?
I have led numerous squadrons before, and I've trained hundreds of recruits on the continent. I worked with Captain Rolf in the past, and when I arrived on the island, he recommended me for this position.
That's very impressive. And I expect that you're familiar with the natives' environment and magic.
Yes, of course.
Wysoko.
Kurt, don't you think that someone this talented fits what we're looking for? You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to oversee my cousin's security.
Your cousin is the governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious position. I don't doubt my abilities, but an offer like this, made so suddenly, must have a price.
We can't hide anything from you.
We're trying to find out what happened to Rainer, a recruit who trained here.
That name doesn't sound familiar. He must have been in the Shadow Squadron.
The other lieutenant's squadron?
Yes. I'm sorry, haven't been much use to you. Did something happen to him?
He died. His body was thrown into the harbor to make it look like he drowned.
I guess it was one of your recruits. My condolences, Captain.
We'll question some of your soldiers.
At your orders, but please be quick. I'd like to get on with training.
Lieutenant.
Captain.
My friend here would like to learn more about this camp.
At your orders, Captain. Sir?
Tell us about your squadron.
The recruits who come here are the best. And in my squadron, they get even better. I don't know what else to tell you. Rigorous and effective. Exactly what you'd expect from the best soldiers.
What kind of training takes place in your ranks?
Combat in natural settings. Combat against the savage's magic.
I'm very curious about how you train against the magic the natives use.
Now, these are complex, secret maneuvers. I'm very sorry, but I can't tell you anymore.
That's a pity. It would definitely be instructive.
I heard the recruit Rainer trained here. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, he was a good one. He died a little while ago.
So we've heard. Your captain told us he died during a maneuver. Can you tell us more?
The training we do outside can be dangerous. Unfortunately, Rainer fell to his death in a ravine.
He fell?
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glorious, but it happens. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it, Captain.
Go on. We're gonna go talk to some of your recruits.
I hope that it won't take too long. We're all very busy here.
We'll be quick, Lieutenant.
The story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
So what could they be training recruits for here, then?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I don't like it. Soldier!
Yes, Captain.
At ease. We have some questions for you.
Me? At your orders, Captain.
You look exhausted. Is training that rough here?
It's difficult at first, but you get through it. Taming fatigue. That's the key to it all.
Haven't you ever wanted to stop? You've never doubted your vocation.
I'm not a coward, not a weakling. The strength of the shadow.
What is that? Your motto?
Our squadron's captain.
You seem concerned about your comrades. You keep looking at them.
No, not at all.
Are you afraid of what they might think of you?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all of one mind in this squadron. We are very united.
Since this is such a close-knit squadron, you must have known Rainer.
Yes, of course. But he's not part of the squadron any longer.
Ale teraz jest dużo dialogów.
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say, Captain. Rainer left the squadron because he was sent on a mission.
Będę miał
There's nothing more to say.
Sorry, mate, but that's not what happened.
Albo
I don't know anything more.
politycznie ważne.
That will be all.
Thank you, sire. Captain?
Good heavens. I feel like a bogeyman.
These recruits are clearly scared.
Kurde, czekajcie.
Depended on it.
Kurde, jak ja mam... A tu jest.
Soldier! Captain! At ease, soldier.
We'd like to learn more about your training.
I have nothing to say about it, sir.
Really? Go on, it's not a difficult question. What do you do during training?
Is this a test, Captain?
No, it's not a test. You may speak freely.
Well, training is difficult, but we can't complain, Captain.
That's an interesting way to phrase it. You're very united in this squadron. At least, that's what I've been told.
United. You could say that, yes. Until death.
That's rather sinister. Does
wait
the
a-
name Rainer sound familiar to you?
Yeah. Well, no, not really.
You seem rather hesitant. Afraid of being reprimanded by your lieutenant?
No. Well, not at all. It's just that I can't tell you anything about Recruit Rainer. And we're lucky to have the lieutenant as our instructor, Captain.
We should leave this soldier to his work.
Your name, soldier?
Wilhelm. First class recruit Wilhelm, Spectre Squadron.
Keep it up, Wilhelm.
This recruit, Wilhelm, in spite of himself, let on more than the others.
His resentment is clear, but he won't divulge anything as long as his instructors are nearby.
Hello, soldier. Captain?
We need information. Your instructor authorized us to question you.
Of course, sire. I'm listening.
How would you describe your training? Do you train outside the camp much?
Yes, we do. Well, not exclusively.
Really? Yet we've been told that your unit specialized in actions over difficult terrain.
Yes, I think so. Well, yes, that's true.
Problems remembering things, soldier?
No, Captain.
What's it like in your squadron?
Very good. The Phantom Squadron is made up only of the very best.
Do you trust your comrades?
We're like 5 fingers on one hand, sire. I would trust them with my life.
You've sure got the military spirit.
Yes, Captain.
We've learned that a recruit died in an accident during a maneuver. Does this happen often?
No. Of course not. Only to those who aren't strong enough.
That's strange. I was told that this recruit was very talented.
I don't know what to tell you. It's possible. If you don't mind, I'd like to get back to my training.
He seems afraid that an accident might befall him too.
No, it's not that. I just don't want to fall behind schedule.
Very well. Go on.
Excellence. Captain.
Lieutenants, report.
Captain?
Could you give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant. Let's go.
Are
you coming with us?
No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some fresh air.
As you like. In that case, see you later.
Oh no. Ja. Chodzi od tej strony chyba. Hop.
Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't worry. Kurt will make sure your superior doesn't come this way.
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything as long as she was here.
If you noticed, others will have too. They'll make me pay.
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof, we can take action and close this camp.
Very well. What would you like to know?
What's really going on here? We know that Rainer didn't die in an accident.
This is supposed to be a training camp for the Guard's elite. Only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. This is an immense honor, an extraordinary chance. That's what we're told every day. But in reality, it's just hell.
Tell me about the training you undergo here.
It's more torture than anything else. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint only leads to more blows. They even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we put our heads down, grit our teeth, and obey.
All they leave you with is your survival instinct. Obey and die. It's inhuman.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in hostile environments. But what they teach us would be more useful for assassins.
As for Rainer, do you know what happened to him?
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. He disobeyed orders, he fought back, and people got hurt. That's when things blew up. They summoned him for night training.
What does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. They call us up for it at the last minute. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to beat them. If we refuse, we too become the targets. So we join in and strike. If you're looking to punish Rainer's murderer, you can start with me. We all have his blood on our hands.
Thank you for telling us all of this. You should get back to your comrades.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp closed. Otherwise I'll soon be as dead as Rainer.
We understand the risk you've taken. We won't let you down.
Thank you. Really. That was truly fascinating.
Captain,
I've seen everything I needed to see. You can leave us.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Good. Willem has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell.
Siema.
They're humiliated, spy on each other, get bullied. It's essentially torture. Raynor wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned for
No siema, siema.
Are you sure he used that term?
Yes. But he told me it's not really training. The recruits are summoned.
And the others beat them. Sometimes to death. I know.
You knew about this kind of training.
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past. What a monster. How dare he?
I'm so sorry. I'm lost for words. Tell me, did you learn anything new?
I scouted out the site. There's two parts of the barracks we should look at more closely. Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refuse to open for me.
We can't just barge in and hope they give up. What's your plan?
Let's wait for nightfall. We'll sneak into the camp unseen, search the barracks, the private quarters, and then the basement.
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose their lives tonight. Especially Wilhelm.
O kurde. No to gdzieś jest tu w okolicy. A tutaj, dobra. Pyk.
Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
Mówisz? O, to gdzieś biuro musimy przeszukać. Czy konkretnie konkretnie to no to my tu mamy listy do dowódcy. Gratulacje za wykonaną pracę. Jak dotąd wypełniasz swoją misję, a kilku twoim tajnym rekrutom udało się już uzyskać gubernator poinformował mnie, że ale nic nie może zmienić naszych planów, pracy i tak dalej, a wkrótce powinniśmy być gotowi do działania.
This letter is disturbing, Kurt. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised in order to keep this camp secret. But it says that the recruits trained here have been assigned to governors from different cities. And yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about these elite units. The conclusion of the letter also confirms that the commander is pleased with what's been going on here.
So Torsten knew.
So it seems. Including about the deaths.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us all. Sieglinder was right.
Okej. To jeszcze nie koniec tych poszukiwań. O, następny list. List do majora jakiegoś tam. Twoi rekruci przyszli do San i doskonale spełniają nasze oczekiwania. Doskonale tego spodziewałem się po jednym z moich najlepszych uczniów. Dopilnowałem, aby dowódca dowiedział się, jak dobrą robotę swoim tajnym obozie. Nie mam wątpliwości, że będziesz potrafił cię za to wynagrodzić. Rekruci, których wysłaliśmy do innych, są równie skuteczni. Wkrótce ty już majorem. Grubo. Teraz tak. Czego szukać? Na dole pokazuję mi dół.
Locked.
This room. What could have happened in here?
I know this smell only too well. Fear, blood, death.
And to think I complained about the Nord's training practices, but this is horrific, Kurt.
O! Sprawuję szkolenia naszych rekrutów zgodnie z instrukcjami, w związku z tym, że mamy niektórzy zdawali się mieć trudności z brakiem snu, stano ich do czarnego pokoju, aby ich nie obyły się bez ofiar, ale sobie w efekcie dużo bardziej pracy. O Boże.
This document explains a lot. They torture the soldiers to break them. Rainer shows up on this list more than once. He gave them a lot of problems.
Those who resist too much are lynched during night training. Rolf, you'll pay for this.
Kurt, Wilhelm's name was added to tonight's training.
The boy will pay the ultimate price for having helped us.
We can't let them kill him. We must stop this training immediately.
The risk is that Rolf will ambush us.
If this boy dies because of us, I will never forgive myself.
O, grubo jest.
I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
You're a good captain, Kurt. But I hope you understand they won't fall back on us.
They're just brutes. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we can. I can't promise anything more.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fight.
O, i zaraz oni będą, no tak. No będą niestety nas atakować.
It's blocked.
It's blocked. To chyba. Kurde no. Dwadzieścia siedem, aha, jest blisko gdzieś.
It's blocked.
Cholera. Gdzie mam tu iść?
It's blocked.
Kurde, i co teraz?
It's blocked.
Kurwa ma. Co ja mam się teraz w ogóle? Bo to będzie gdzieś. Lara. Gdzie to jest? Na górze. Tu się nie da dojść. Tu jakoś. Wystarczy tylko dobrze mapę obserwować. I już się wszystko będzie wiedzieć.
Kurt, you're so predictable.
I knew you were a bastard, but I didn't think you'd be part of this disgrace.
Have fun, soldiers! The traitors must die!
Aha.
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your honor?
I won't repeat myself, recruits. Execute these traitors!
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We surrendered without resistance, to avoid a fight, and to spare your lives.
Well, what do you want us to do? We have orders, and we know what will happen to us if we don't obey.
Enough! To arms! Attack!
Intuicja to się nazywa.
Put your weapons down and no one will get hurt.
Really? What do you think will happen when High Command learns about this? You'll be considered traitors and deserters.
Death is all that awaits us. Attack!
Atak! Trudno, spróbujemy.
Must I remind you what happened to Raynor?
And however many others perished to fuel the ambitions of this camp's leader.
Is this what you were promised when you were recruited?
Jeśli nie,
Maybe not. But
niepowodzenie.
this is how one becomes an elite soldier. The best.
Exactly. And no tender-foot in a silk suit would understand anything about it.
Attack!
Nie ma wyboru. Wow.
Things are about to get dicey.
Co mi chcieliście się bić?
Finally here.
Sorry, Captain. The boy resisted longer than planned.
I hope your troops are ready for a real fight. They just crushed your comrades.
Captain Kurt and these courtiers just decimated a whole squadron.
Don't underestimate them. They were able to beat us.
Shut up. Your troops were weak and you're the only one responsible.
What have you done with Wilhelm?
He received the punishment for traitors and insurgents, like Raynor before him.
Kurt, I'm terribly sorry. We should have...
Saved him first. We're responsible for his death.
Don't blame the wrong people, soldier. Those that slaughtered him stand before us.
You're right.
For Wilhelm! For Raynor!
Recruits, attack!
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Potion if you want to cast more spells. You're running out of energy.
Sorry, no. wytrzymałości, co?
Will you be all right, Kurt?
Yes. Yes, I'll be fine. I'm just glad to know that this camp won't kill anyone else. What a waste. I can't believe these orders came from the top.
What do you want us to do?
I'll need backup if I really want to put an end to all of this. We must go see Major Sieglinder in New Serene. I need to tell her what was going on here.
Are you sure she wasn't involved?
Her? Never. She's old school. She already held the commander at a distance because she didn't like the direction the guard was headed. He would have sacked her, or worse, if she didn't have so much support within the guard. I should have listened to her.
There's no use brooding over the past. Let's go. We'll go and see her immediately.
Sieglinder, I need to talk to you.
What's the matter, Kurt?
We've just returned from a training camp. A secret camp, where elite soldiers are trained through terror, humiliation, and torture.
Don't tell me that.
Yes. One of my recruits died, and he wasn't the only one. It is designed to create a regiment of assassins.
I am sorry, Kurt. I knew something was wrong, but I never would have thought it'd go that far.
We put an end to it all. We had to. But Torsten allowed it, even encouraged it.
I told you that the commander's ambition would end up leading us astray from the ideals of the Guard, and that we would pay the price for it.
Yes. At the time, I told you you were exaggerating. That he had his reasons.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to speak out, Sieglinder. And reveal the commander's project to the governor of the congregation.
If I were as close to him and his family as you are, I would have done so a long time ago.
I know. I feel so stupid for not having understood Torsten's scheme until now.
You've always been a loyal person, Kurt. And too many loyalties are sometimes hard to reconcile. But Torsten betrayed us all. I'm counting on you to make him pay for it.
Believe me, he won't get away with it. Goodbye, Sieglinder.
Goodbye, Kurt. My men and I stand with you.
O! Reputation plus 3. Teraz tak, bo ja bym potrzebował...
Desarde, I intend to prove to the Admiral that I fully identify as a Naut once more. Without regrets, I will have to go through a test of loyalty. It will certainly be dangerous, but with your help, I am convinced that I will succeed. So, shall we go and see her?
With pleasure. Let's see what adventure she has in store for us.
No bo to jest dobra. Jak będzie możliwe. Masz zadanie?
Why are you dressed like this? Hello. I'm not one of your people. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. A legate? Is that someone important? Indeed. I'm in charge of diplomatic relationships with other nations. So you'll be able to help me. My chief sent me to trade some items with your village, but there are these bod irony who do not want me to set up shop here. These what? Bod irony. The Ironbacks. The warriors who protect this village. Every time I come, they take my items without giving me anything in exchange. I don't understand how things work here. Very well. Stay here. I'll try to clear this up. Adlo Redaron Olmenawi. May the earth always be sturdy under your footsteps.
A, dobra. Więc so close mamy zadanie, dobra. 13 metrów, gdzie to może też być?
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent. Tier for the alcohol.
10 metrów. Gdzie ty? Gdzie to gdzieś na bank, tu w okolicy. Mam cię.
Good day, my lord.
Desarde. I'm the emissary of the congregation on Tier for D.
And cousin to the governor. I know exactly who you are. Enchanted. I am Admiral Cabral. And I see that you're accompanied by one of our own. Hardy wins, Vasco.
Hardy wins, Admiral.
You are still angry with me for keeping you ashore, are you not? You'll one day thank me for it, but I don't suppose you've come to talk to me about affectations. What can I do for you?
I've explored many ruins on this island, ruins that after careful scrutiny were built by the congregation. In one of them we found a journal that made reference to your guild. This document, as are the buildings, date much further back than the arrival of the Bridge Alliance a decade ago. These discoveries raise a good many questions, questions that my cousin would like you to answer.
I understand. All the same, we are in a difficult situation. We are bound by the pact. I could eventually overlook these engagements if you would perform a service. Commander Fernando, who holds the port of San Mateus, has problems with certain members of Teleme. The bishop that accompanies you on occasion could without a doubt tell you more.
I won't hesitate to speak to him about it.
Solve these problems, and I will reconsider the validity of the pact. I will answer your questions. Anything else? Captain Vasco, I'm glad to see you again. Did you profit from your time on land?
I did, Admiral. That's why I've come to see you.
You want me to entrust you with a loyalty mission?
Indeed.
Very well. A short time ago, we lost one of our ships near the island. The reputation of the Norts suffered from it.
I have heard about it. An incomprehensible sinking which fueled numerous rumors.
We cannot let the land dwellers think we are losing the sea. So I need someone to and restore our reputation.
At your orders, Admiral, and with pleasure.
The shipwreck is stranded on the shore, southwest of the island, not far from Wen Xavier.
Thank you, Admiral.
I'm counting on you, Captain Vasco.
Zapocznę go tu. Okej, ja. Nie mam czasu. Karolina to ją zatłuka. Nie, to Dawid. Jestem już zrobiłam formata na komputerze. O! No i co? I co w związku z tym? Formatem? Szybciej teraz chodzi. A, no ja no. Jakiś syf był pewnie. O, dobrze, że jest to. Pyk. Bo wiecie, o co mi chodzi? Kurt. Paską.
Karant, do you need something?
Ty nie masz w ogóle misji.
The first time you saw me, did you really think I was a native?
Aside from the way you dress, you resemble a native. I have never seen an Onolmanawi amongst the Renaigse before. Is it so surprising that I made this mistake?
No, but I find it unsettling. On the continent,
Tylko, że teraz nie widzę wszystkich gier znowu, ale to dobra. No bo musiałabyś na nowo wklepać te gry. Nowe, na nowo się trzeba zalogować, wiesz? I będzie działać, bo się ten... Byś musiała na nowo zalogować, no i to temu.
I'm sorry about what happened to your mother. How are you feeling?
Unwell? I am angry, and I feel an immense void within me. I blame myself for not having been on this battlefield with her.
I understand, and I'm really sorry. I wish I could have arrived here in time to prevent this war.
Thank you, Onolmanawi, but it was too late. I should have realized this and stayed by my mother's side. Anything else?
Do you have anyone? A friend, perhaps, whom you can talk to in this trying time.
I usually confide in my sister, but she's suffering too. And I think she resents me for not having been there when our mother needed me.
Aha, no spoko, no właściwie żeby GTA tylko było.
I know we've only known each other for a little while, but if you need someone to talk to, I'm here.
Thank you, Anal Manawi. You are a good person. And I'm glad that you are my friend. Anything else?
I've never heard you talk about your father. Who was he?
He was the Donegad of our clan. He died many cycles ago, but this memory is still painful. So we usually avoid.
Żeby było jak grać, nie? W GTA
He
to.
was killed as he tried to escape the lions who wanted to capture him. My mother never really recovered from it. This is one of the reasons why she decided to go to war. Anything else?
I must leave you. See you later.
Czyli w sumie nic tu u niej nie ma. Dobra. To ona i tak... A, zadań nie ma. Ona i tak zadań nie miała, to... Dopiero ją mam. Okej. No czyli to najpierw to będziemy potem robić w głównej tej kampanii, bo mam to zrobione. Simsy 4 ledwo też chodziło, Wiedźmin tak samo. A właśnie, ty masz te Simsy nie, bo byś to musiała na nowo robić. To co ja ci robiłem z tymi Simsami tam. By te konie były. W sumie to połowa gier nawet tych nowych. Ej. Idź. Nie przejdzie. To. Jakoś inaczej się tam. Dalej. Przy okazji nie opłaca się, szkoda czasu. Simsy też ścinało i nie chodziły za dobrze. Dobra, no, to na nowym kompie zrobimy. Którędy coś mam iść? Ja pierdolę. Czemu oni wszyscy do mnie piszą? Chodź. Którędy ja mam iść? Porażka jakaś. O, 230 metrów. Jestem gdzieś nie wiadomo gdzie teraz. Gdzie to może być? Coś pojewane. Cześć, Patros. Paula zrobiła formata, no. Gdzie ja mam iść? Cholery. Cześć, Patryk. Ej, gdzie ja mam iść? Patrz, no nie przejdę. Co za gówniana gra? Kurzawie, oda. Dwieście 63 metry, ej. Ja mam wiedzieć, gdzie mam iść. Trochę to jest kurwa dziwne. Mam tam gdzieś coś, a to gówno daje. No chyba, że to co z tego? To jest jakoś tak dziwnie ja nie wiem w sumie. Gdzie jest wejście do tego? Tu jest powrót, zajebiście. Jeszcze 19. Super. Chuj wie, gdzie masz iść, no. Niby masz tu zaznaczone gdzieś coś tego, ale... Porażka. A że tu gdzieś coś jest, jakaś ścieżka, bo teraz... Dobra, wywalone w te niedźwiedzie. Nawet mi się walczyć z nimi nie chce. Bo nie muszę w sumie. się z nimi nadupiać. No. Jej, hurra! A i teraz gdzieś na górze. To jest gdzieś na górze, ale póki co idziemy na dół. Zobaczymy. Wow! Oh, wow. Level 13, tyle że... Nie, pomyślałem. Jestem zatruty. Talenty 1, ha. Ja to bym go mógł dać. Siła psychologiczna, siła... Jasta... Charyzma. Wigor, rzemiosło. Dużo tej charyzmy tam jest, to ja sobie wezmę charyzmę. Dobra. Teraz kurwa, w którą stronę? Tak, zaraz muszę spadać. Nie wiem teraz, czy ja się wracam, czy idę. To jest wyjście, dobra. Chodź, to w drugą stronę, czy wejść. Się można serio zajść zgubić w tej lokacji. Musimy tak jakoś gdzieś do góry wyjść.
Look, there it is.
I didn't think your ships could break like this.
Wydaje, że tu podejrzane to jest.
The corpses are chained up. These beasts were captive. Could they have died during the sinking?
I don't think so. They don't seem to have drowned. Something bigger slaughtered them with no effort at all.
A jednak nie.
It looks like an enormous cage. But look.
It's been broken. Is this ringing any bells for anyone else?
The hull was torn apart. And given the way that the wood is broken, it came from the inside. Damn it. What happened here?
There are scratch marks almost everywhere on the wood. But they do not look like the marks a reef would make.
This ship was apparently carrying creatures from the island. The largest one managed to escape and made a hole in the hull as it tried to run away, just like in Serene. The sailors didn't stand a chance.
The Admiral will not be satisfied with our deductions. She will want concrete proof. Let's keep searching.
O, świetnie. On mnie magią pocisnął. Nie wiem, jak się tu regeneruje zdrowie, ale już jest wygenerowane na nowo. A jego pancerz schodzi. O, bo to jest ten. Kurde. Już wiem, co to jest. Kurde, ja go nie wiem teraz. Poruchu. Kurde, nie umiem. Patrz. Bo mnie bo go kurde nie widziałem, jak on pod tą ziemią tego, a tak to by się dało go zrobić. Jebany, dobry jest. Ej, no czemu to nie obroniło się przed... O, to jest te gówniane ataki teraz. No jak on to robi? Ja pierdzielę, ja go nie widzę tego typa w ogóle. To się ma. Jezus, jaki on jest. Jaki on jest. Whoa. Mam jeszcze lepszy pomysł. O! I leży. I leży. No, ale to było już. I trzymano w klatce. Czas zanim bum, puf, zanim koniec.
The Guardian who was locked up on the boat freed itself and ripped apart the hull of the boat to get out.
Yes, and my brothers had no means of saving their lives or the ship, alas. Let's go back and explain this to the Admiral. The Captain's Journal will serve as proof.
Trzeba wrócić teraz. O Boże. To jest godzina w ogóle. To dobra. Nie warto już tego robić dalej. Nie ma co ciągnąć. Bez sensu. Potem będziemy robić dalej. Trudno się mówi i żyje się. Dalej, dobra, spadam jak coś. To potem. Do następnego.